Have you ever had a thought at the back of your head about a matter in One Piece but happened to be very lazy to analyze and think thoroughly about? Well, this is where I come to the rescue. Sit back and chill while I do the thinking and analyzing for all the controversial matters of One Piece. If you want One Piece analysis and explanation, be sure to smack that like button, then head over to that subscribe button and smack it hard. Now enough with the smacking, this is getting weird, and let's get to business. In One Piece there are two sources of power. Number 1, Haki, and number 2, Devil Fruits. Devil Fruits are connected to what we're going to talk about in this video, so let's start off by giving some context about them. Devil Fruits are one of the major mysteries in One Piece because simply there are many important questions about them with no answers until this day. The topic of Devil Fruits just got awakened in chapter 1017, and due to the lack of knowledge we have about Devil Fruits, we are unable to answer the question whether Luffy's Devil Fruit is special, or just because it's a Devil Fruit in the first place, it's regarded special and needs protection. But I believe that this is not the case, and that Luffy's Devil Fruit is truly special. I feel like this will be the dawn, or let's say the beginning of understanding more about Joy Boy, Shanks, and Im-sama. Like, why did Shanks steal the fruit in the first place? Did he know anything about it? Roger gave his hat to Shanks for a reason. He knew Shanks was special, and I cannot avoid assuming that Shanks knows a lot about Joy Boy just as much as the ones who have been to Laugh Tale with Roger. So Shanks might have stolen the fruit just so that it never reaches Marijoa. I'll come back to this later on in this video when more pieces of the puzzle are solved. Now the person in charge of retrieving the Gomu Gomu No Mi is a person of equal status and power to Rob Lucci. We all know how powerful he is. Also, what people are forgetting is that when the Opi Opi No Mi was going to be retrieved, the Marines were in charge of that mission. This goes on to show that retrieving the Gomu Gomu No Mi was of a bigger deal to the world government. Let's focus on how who was treated after the fruit was stolen. Now the logical punishment would be to demote him and make him less favorable of being in charge of big missions in the future. However, that was not the case. They punished him severely and illogically, throwing him into prison. Now in comparison, Rob Lucci failed his mission, which was making sure Nico Robin ends in Impel Down, and actually if I remember correctly, he failed miserably, because the result of this failure was the destruction of Enies Lobby and the huge disgrace on the Marines and CP9 for not being able to defeat the Straw Hats. Now, ironically, Rob Lucci got promoted and ended up in the CP0, the greatest and strongest intelligence agency among the Cypher Paul. Now, this goes on to show clearly that the mistake Who's Who has done is extremely big. I must have a relation with someone very high up in the world government, and of course not the Celestial Dragons, nor the Elders I believe. Therefore, Im-sama is the one. Now the big question is, why is the Gomu Gomu No Mi important? I mean, half of the series' antagonists have criticized Luffy and have underestimated him just because of his powers, which seem to be goofy in the first glance. So what is the deal with this fruit? From people like Doflamingo and up to Kaido, all these people have sailed for long and are powerful enough to know the secrets of the world. However, no one has ever shown interest in the Gomu Gomu No Mi or has said anything about it showing that it's special or unique in any kind of way. This goes on to show that the Gomu Gomu No Mi is Joy Boy's fruit, and that the only ones who know about it are Shanks, the people that have been to Laugh Tale, and of course, Im-sama. So back then, Im-sama wanted to have the Devil Fruit, just like he has that huge hat, which also must belong to Joy Boy. It's like Im-sama is trying to hide everything about Joy Boy, even his fruit, just so that no one ever has what Joy Boy had. And it's very funny that Luffy has that freaking hat, but a smaller version of it. So Im, you have failed big time. I believe that Shanks was going to eat that fruit and he was going to take the role of being Joy Boy. But once Destiny chose Luffy to be the one to eat that fruit, Shanks felt like Destiny chose that kid. And there's no coincidence because Luffy has that mindset and that determination which Shanks acknowledged right at the first time he met him. So Shanks felt like this kid is promising. And so the Straw Hat which he received from Roger was important to him. He gave it to the one who Destiny chose to be Joy Boy. Now many of us might find this frustrating, but let me tell you this. I do not care about anything except for the fact that Luffy was chosen by Destiny because he is the only one capable of taking on Joy Boy's task, due to his powerful will and fearlessness, no matter who the opposing force was. That's it for this video. I know that most of what I said were speculations. At least we can agree on the main points of which the Gomu Gomu No Mi is important and holds a big mystery. Another point would be that the higher ups of the world government wanted this fruit, And lastly, we can also agree on that Shanks knows a lot about Joy Boy, and he stole the fruit with a reason and did not just attack a governmental ship just for the sake of raiding. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. Until the next one. OP is real.